Maryanne's childhood was extremely hard. She had an alcoholic and abusive dad who passed away when she was 16. She started drinking and doing drugs at age 12. Her mom was a prostitute, and shortly after her dad died, abandoned her, leaving her with nothing. She ended up moving 2,000 miles away to South Dakota to get as far away from her life as possible. She ended up marrying an abusive husband just for food and shelter at the age of 17. Things were not looking good for Maryanne. In South Dakota, she managed a small portrait studio. And at the studio one day, Maryanne decided that it was it. She has had enough. She was 2,000 miles away. She was in an abusive marriage. She had nothing. She had nothing to lose. She was so angry at God, but she didn't even know if he was real. But she hated God for allowing her to go through all this trauma in her life. That night, she was going to close the shop, drink a bottle of Jack Daniels, and overdose on pills. Before closing shop, she figured she would give God one more chance to show her that he was real, to show her that he cared, and that he wasn't going to leave her this way. So she went to the back of the shop, she got down on her knees, and she began sobbing. She started praying, God, show me that you're real. Do not leave me this way. I don't want to live, but I don't want to die. And if hell is real, I don't want to go there either. And she begged him for a sign, but nothing happened. So she got up, she looked in the mirror with mascara running down her face, and she said, you know what, God? I am never doing that again. To hell with you. And she went back to the shop to finish closing the studio. And as she was closing it, she heard the bell ring on the door when it opened, and a little old man wearing a yellow baseball cap walked in and approached the counter. She said, sir, can I help you? But he didn't say anything. He just slid a card to Maryanne. On the front of the card, it had a picture of an angel watching over two little kids crossing over a dangerous bridge. Well, Maryanne had a twin sister, and she knew that those two children represented her and her sister and the danger that they encountered in their childhood. Maryanne flipped the card over, and there was a prayer on the back of it, and this is what it said. Angel of God, my guardian dear, to whom his love permits us here, ever this day be at my side, to light, to guard, to rule and guide. After she finished reading it, she looked up to ask the old man, how did you know? But when she did, the man was gone. He completely disappeared. She didn't hear the bell ring on the door, so she knew he didn't go out that way. And that was the only exit. Just 5 minutes ago, Maryanne was contemplating taking her life, telling God to go to hell. But God said, you know what, Maryanne? To heaven with you. Maryanne didn't choose God. God chose her. We love because Christ first loved us. Maryanne never found that little old man in the yellow baseball cap, but he changed her life. Maryanne is now a Christian counselor for those who are broken, just like she used to be. If you think you ever feel too broken, too lost, you feel unworthy, know that God uses the lost, the broken, the unworthy to accomplish his purposes. We were all lost, broken, and unworthy, and honestly, we still are. But thanks be to God's grace for sending his son to die on the cross for our sins in our place. Because of him, we are now found, complete, and accepted. Praise Jesus. That's it for today's video. If you were encouraged and uplifted today, go ahead and like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you can be notified when a new video is released. Remember to be kind to strangers because you just might be encountering an angel.